Okay, so now I told you before yesterday, this city we call Luxor city, and Luxor is divided two bank or two parts, east and west. Now we're in the west side of Luxor. We call it the west bank of Luxor city. Here in the west bank, most of the building, the tombs and the graves, and some of the temple for afterlife. Now we are going to see the first sightseeing are going to see is called Valley of the Kings. In this area, meaning the West Bank, we have another area called Valley of the Queens, Valley of the Workers, Valley of the Noble People. So everybody in ancient time he should come to Valley here in the West Bank. But now we are going only to Valley of the Kings. And why we see the valley? Because between the mountains, you can see this is the beginning of the road to the Valley of the King. We have to go between the mountain to reach to Valley of the King. You know, in this area, maybe we still have more, but until now we don't find. Maybe later, after 1 2 years, but until now we found 63 tombs. Most of the tombs for the kings, really. But later we found some of the tombs for the family of the king. And really, now we are going to see 3 tombs. And you have to know, really, to be honest with you, most of the tombs or the scenes inside about afterlife. I mean, do you believe what the king he will see in afterlife to go to paradise? This is the meaning of the tombs here. Because really it's so beautiful tombs about the color, about the painting scenes, about inscription inside this tomb. This again, how old the tombs here from the New Kingdom about 3,500 years ago. Nothing inside the tombs, everything is stored, of course, but so interesting really. Now when you go inside the tombs to look for the color, how the color looks like, looks so bright and shiny, it looks like it's new, but I said about 3,500 years ago. Maybe most of the thing inside, I mean, inscription, painting, the same about afterlife. Also, in ancient time, they have the holy books like that. One is called the Book of the Dead, the Book of the Caves, the Book of the Sky, Book of the Earth. So inside we have many scenes about these books and some inscription from the holy books, because they believe the king he needs some of the holy books to protect him from the evil spirit, the bad spirit. This is the reason why we have many inscription from the holy books, many beautiful scenes about afterlife. Because the king believed to go to afterlife we should have 12 hours. The king he should cross these 12 hours to go to paradise. In each hour, he found some problem, some fighting with the bad people, the spirit. So the king, he should fight against this bad spirit. Sometimes the king, he can fight alone. Sometimes he need a help. Who help the king? The Egyptian goddess. This is the reason, if you remember, taught for why the king he used making offering. Because he said, I have to be the good man in my life. I have to making offering for the gods. Because after life, the gods will care about me. So now when you go inside the tombs, and you are so lucky also really, because you can take photo now. About 5 6 years ago, it's not allowed to take picture, but nowadays you can take photo, but not allowed for the guide to speak. But also in case, because when you are, now when you are going to Valley of the Kings, how long you stay? We stay about 1 hour in this area.
This is the
But
Valley
also
of the Kings.
because we have some shops here, I know especially for women, if you like shopping, this is up to you. If you like to come with us, okay. This one, if you find this is enough for you, no problem, you can come back again and you can go for the shopping. If you care about the shopping, if you don't care and you like to come with us, it's no problem. But really, the time is important, because if you go to see Valley of the Kings and people area, the mountains, and all the stones here, the limestone, by the way. And they have different quality of limestone. This is the reason all the tombs here looks like each other, cut in the mountain underground. So now when you go see the tombs, how many rooms? It depends. We have some tombs just only 1 room, some some graves or some tombs 3 rooms, some tombs 4 rooms. Maximum, one of the tombs here for the king, 124 rooms. But sir, 1 room, second corridor, sometimes the third corridor. At the end, we have the burial chamber of the king. Of course, no mummies here. If you remember in Cairo, you saw the mummies in the National Museum. But you can see some of the coffin of the king. But the mummies now, all the mummies found here nowadays in the National Museum in Cairo. So again, this is the parking area. I mean, our bus will be here. So when you get down, we walk for about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Just walking. After that, we have something we call the small train tough, like the golf car, to take it for only 3 minutes to go to Valley of the Kings. So now, for example, the time now it's 9:10, so you stay here about Valley of the Kings. Okay, so let's go.
Used to make pyramids and tombs, and in the New Kingdom they make valleys, and in that they no more pyramids in the New Kingdom, only valleys of tombs. Look at this, guys, these huge mountains of limestone. So this is the Valley of the Kings, where all the kings of the New Kingdom have been buried in tombs. So after the Old Kingdom, there were no pyramids. They changed the way of their burials, and now from the New Kingdom, they started to bury their uh, ancestors and kings in mountains directly, building their tombs in mountains. And that's why this is called the Valley of the Kings. Guys, we are here in the market area, moving towards the entrance of the Valley of the Kings.
You want your hand? You want your hand? You want your hand? You want your hand?
The worst thing about this place is everybody smokes. Once you come out of the market, your whole body smells of smoke, cigarette smoke, which is pathetic. But you have to bear with it because the things here are very beautiful. Though not worth buying much. But yeah, I showed you yesterday I bought a lot of stuff. Even though I didn't know what to buy, I managed to get some cool stuff. Cute camels. I love the pajamas that they are selling over here. Some palazzo types and some straight ones. Okay, we came all the way around through the market. This is a very smart tactic they use. You have to enter through the market and go out through the market, so you are like compelled to take a look at things they're selling. That's the entrance way. We're all lined up. Let's go.
يلا يا كبير خش عواش عظمة كبيرة لا يوضع
خلاص.
حبيبي 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 my friend حبيبي 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 come to Dubai come to Egypt حبيبتي حبيبي Yes. Habibi male. So my wife called me Habibi. But if I don't know only Habibti, Habibti. And if my close friend, you can say Habibi. My friend. I was close friend. Just show me to the wife. Video? Video?
I'm taking. No issues. Yes. People are walking.
Hey, you can walk.
Yes.
We
We have to go on the top over there.
No.
So they'll drop you here. Look at this, guys. I think we have to enter somewhere over there. That's Sam with the red flag. And then I can see some carvings on the top. This is awesome, guys. The brains of these people, how they used to work, their mindset. And it's logical, sometimes when I think that, okay, when the sun rises in the east, it's more about life. When sun sets, it's more about, sleeping and resting. So it makes sense that they want the kings to be resting over here in the west, in this dry land, while when they live, they are on the eastern side, in the more green land. Just makes so much sense.
Valley of the Kings. How old is one? About 3,500. I mean, this area it is just only tombs, just only graves. People never come to stay here, just only come to them. how long this area came to vary for 500 years. I mean, in our history, I told you we have old kingdom, middle kingdom, and new kingdom. Just only in the time of the new kingdom, people come to bury. But in the old, they used to bury in the pyramid. Also, in the new kingdom, how many families? The new kingdom should have four families. Number 18, dynasty, 19, 20, 21. So at the beginning, in the 18 dynasty, only for the kings. But start from 19, some of the noble people, some of the high priests, some of the parents of the king also became very. How many tombs we found nowadays until now? We found 63 tombs until now. Maybe at one point we have another tomb, but until now, 45. The last tomb we found here, it did that to 2006. So about
This is the entrance, and there are many rooms inside. It depends. There could be one room, three rooms, and there is a lot of colored inscription, which is all original, still retained. All the mummies have been extracted and moved into the museum that we had gone to see on the first day. However, this is all 3,000-year-old, tombs and mummies and all. But let's see. So this is the tomb of Ramses IV, the New Kingdom. I think after the 13th dynasty. So guys, we are going inside the tunnel. I have, as you said, all the inscriptions are there, the color and everything is nicely retained. You can see orange, green. This is the falcon god, as you see over here. These are all the inscriptions. As far as I remember from what he had written for me, I think a bird means A. And then this is, I think, S. This is all inscriptions, guys. And on the wall, on the ceiling, there are all drawings. Beautiful drawings. You see this? It's awesome. This is the tomb of the King Ramses IV. You see this? I don't know, and it's all inside the stone. You saw that we are under the stone. This was made inside the limestone mountain. I don't know how they even managed to do this in those days. That's the mystery, and that's the most amazing part of these, carvings and everything over here. God knows how they manage. You can see there is the central tower, everything he was talking about. See beautiful green, and then the color is retained.
You always get close. It goes the wrong way.
Hello? Q goes this way. If you go this way, we get chaos.
You can see, right? You can see the carvings. Beautiful. Look at this huge tomb. Look very close.
Okay.
You can see all the inscriptions, guys. I remember some of the letters, like this one was H, this is A, I think this was M or V, I don't know. What is this? Look at the cobra symbols for protection, and this is ideally the name of the beings. So we're nearing the section where I think to wait my turn. This is a chamber, which is the last chamber where the actual mummy and the tomb is kept, and it's restricted area. And it's the restricted area. You can see that this fellow is bending over. This is the head, then the arms, and on this side is the torso, and those are the legs. It's bending over. It's there in his hands. This one in the center is holding something which I can't understand. Back out. This was Ramses IV tomb. Going out now, guys. Alongside me are all the inscriptions, the story. These are strange things, guys. How did they even manage to carve so much inside of it? Put the tomb over there, and then this was hidden away. This is a mystery. Okay, Usha Ben. All set. उषा बेन, आपके क्या विचार हैं टुम्ब के बारे में? बहुत अच्छा है।
Mummy. Yes,
Tutankhamun.
and you know all his collection, the mask and the coffin now in the museum. You saw the mask. Tutankhamun, I told you, he was young man. He was 19 years when he died. And when the king was 9 years. Who discovered this tomb? A British archaeologist. His name Howard Carter.
Okay.
He's a British man. He found this tomb 1922. And when he found the tomb, he found this one exactly how it looks like, cut in the mountain underground. And Tutankhamun is so famous because I told you to have the mask and the coffin. So really he's so famous. So now let's go see the tomb and again you have to be.
Finally, we get to see Tutankhamun's original tomb and the mummy. The other things and we already seen in the museum, the very first museum that we had visited.
You know, he was young, wasn't it? I was 19. Some people say this should be not his original tomb.
Then?
But when he died suddenly 19 years, he used the tomb of the high priest. So I mean, this one should be for the high priest, not for Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
And also, this tomb is underneath another tomb. Because some people ask me, why not stolen? The top one is stolen. But the bottom not, because no one thinking these two tombs over each other. This is the reason why you can't.
This is the tomb of Tutankhamun. Which is not one word.
No, this one he uses.
Ankh-Amun.
He don't make one for him. Because what's happening? You make everything.
Sir.
We have a master.
What is that? नहीं उधर से नहीं उधर से entry.
Everybody take it here, and then I gotta close it up early. Everybody's good.
There's a line.
Okay, we're going down. So this burial chamber is way below the ground. That is my mama. Oh, this is like a larger version of the one that we went in the pyramid area. Okay, so we have reached below. This is the mummy. This is the actual mummy of Tutankhamun. And this is the tomb. And this is actually the tomb. You can see all the inscriptions and carvings on the wall. See all the monkeys drawn over here on the boat to take him to the next world. And then that is the key of life. And this is the Tutankhamun. I don't know what the other things represent. I think this is Lord Anubis on this side. So this is the original mummy of Tutankhamun, the boy king. He was only 19 when he passed away. You can see it's all black. Mummy means black body. It was given by Egyptians. This name, which means black body. Going back up. So if you remember the other things of other belongings of the king which were in that museum, the chair and the chessboard and clothes and jewelry and all that. This is the original site of his tomb. Going back up now, you can see how deep it was underground. Back out. Okay, now I'm going to another bigger tomb than this one. So Tutankhamun actually was not a great leader or some really famous person in his time. It's just that he was a boy king. I mean, probably the only boy king, who became a king at the age of 9 and died at 19 very mysteriously. A lot of rumors about that. And the reason he's so famous is because a lot of stuff about him is being uncovered, which has not been uncovered for any other king so far, and hence he's so famous. Otherwise, warrior-wise and strength-wise and all, it was Ramses II, is what I've understood so far. This is the tomb of Marinetta. You can see it here. Marinetta. How much down below we have to go. I am hearing people coming upstairs panting breathlessly. At least there is more walking space here. Going down below, it's going to become lesser and lesser. And the stairs are a little better than the other one. There are lights around the stairs. It's a bit scary. You have to hold on tight. It's way down below. Climbing up is going to be a hassle, obviously. Let's see how much further down I have to go in this tunnel. And it's a very steep one at that. Holding the camera and walking down is becoming a struggle. There are inscriptions all over the wall with stories written about the king. I'm trying to walk slowly and naturally. You see the scene right in front of me. This is becoming very scary. What's in here? Nothing. I don't understand what this scene is. Is it an operating scene or a coronation scene or a scene? There are 2-3 things that they do mostly in the inscriptions. They show the stuff that will happen in the afterlife, how the gods will carry them in the next world, or it is the coronation ceremony, or the dwelling of the king is, how do you say it, battles that he might have done and won. You can see it's still going down. It's way, way below. I hope. Maranatha, my goodness, he's been buried almost 3 stories down in the ground. It's pretty scary here. There seems to be something on the right. This seems to be some kind of pillar with inscriptions on it. I'm not sure if it's a tomb. Yeah, it could be the top of the tomb. And having living underneath. Looks like the top of the tomb. Or is it a sarcophagus? I don't know. It's a bit difficult to differentiate between a tomb and a sarcophagus sometimes. Going down again, further down. My goodness, this is never ending. Okay, so there's some stuff here. Not seeing any inscriptions, not sure what they're trying to photograph. Ah, okay, I see what they're trying to photograph. It's this tomb here. This is the actual tomb that we go there and see. Second, yeah. So this is the actual tomb of the king. This is the coffin of the king Naranapta. We need. Oh, just lost my feet. Let's see and go around. What's here? There's some kind of scene over here. Not sure what it is. I wish Sam could be allowed in here, but there are two. I remember these two ladies. I don't remember what goddesses they were, but you can see there are some carvings on the top there. Wow. Maybe seen polyamorous. I don't know what these things are. Right, probably the pillars. This is the offering section. What could be in here? I don't know. There's some inscription over here of all the people probably making the procedure of the burial. There's a snake, and that must be the king. Not sure what that is. Up close, next to the king's coffin, this is the key of life, and this is the standard pose they usually keep with the hands crossed across the chest, and the key of life in the hand. You can see that. There are more inscriptions over here. That must be the boat that carries them to the next world. Certain things are broken. Right, now we need to climb back up. Same amount of stairs. Way up is going to be easier because there's less public. Way down was much more tough. Excuse me. This is the Diaries. Sorry, it's gorgeous. You can see this is the key of life. Okay, I'm out of that tomb and going down. And in front of me there's another small tomb which I dare not visit now. I'm exhausted, literally exhausted. But imagine how much effort it took them to build this tomb. Now I need to find my guide, Sam. The greater he is, found him. So technically there are multiple tombs. One is over there. This one is Tut. This is the most popular tomb because it's the most popular boy. This Amenhotep, which I visited, and I think this one was Ramses IV. And I don't know which one is that. Another smaller tomb, but I don't want to see that because it's just the same inside. What about these tombs is that all the inscriptions have been nicely retained, maybe because it's here in the rock area and not near the Nile. So, because in all the other temples and tombs, everything has been washed out because they got submerged in Nile. Pyramids didn't have anything inside. They never put any inscriptions in the pyramids. It was only the tomb and the coffin and the mummy and the belongings of the mummy. It could be mummies of crocodiles, horses, any other animal that they could use in the afterlife, jewelry, clothes, their personal belongings. All these things were put inside the pyramid. Whereas here, you can see a lot of inscriptions in these Valley of King tombs, where you have, apart from all those other things, you have all the story written along the corridor. So much better, and good for study.
Temples,
So these
like
are
the temple for the king Amenophes, the king for Moses, all these temples just only private temple. Like now, we have one temple for the queen here named Hatshepsut. I mean the queen Hatshepsut, for chicken soup, she make one temple for her and for family. This temple is a different design. This temple cut in the mountain underground. In our itinerary, just to have only photo stop to see the temple how it looks like. I mean, it's not allowed to be closer because if it be closer, it means you have to buy the ticket. Just I will show you from far away how it looks like the temple of the Queen Hatshepsut. This temple is so famous because it is a different design, different style. Not like one floor, no, 3 floors cut in the mountain, connect by the ramp. I told you for the Queen Hatshepsut, she's so famous queen. She was the queen for Egypt for 20 years. It was a peacetime. Egypt never involved in war, any battle. Just the Queen Hatshepsut made many reconstruction, and she built also the beautiful temple for her, the temple of the Queen Hatshepsut. You can see from here, from the corner, how the temple looks like. In front of us, you can see the temple of the Queen Hatshepsut, that one in front of us. How the design looks like, 3 floors with a ramp cut inside the mountain. That one, if you like, take the photo from here because not allowed to be closer really. This is mean exotic, but you can take photo from here. You can make the zoom. You can get down if you like, take the picture.
What is the name again?
Hatshepsut.
The hot chicken soup.
Hot chicken soup.
She was such a nice queen. You should not say such things, Sam. Hot what? Hatshepsut. What? Hatshepsut. Got it. Hatshepsut. So guys, this is the temple built by the most famous queen Hatshepsut. I mean, if you remember in the very first museum, he had said if you can't remember this name, you can say hot chicken soup. So this is the temple that she built for herself. During her time, there were no wars. It was the most peaceful time for the Egyptians. But she built this temple for herself. It's a 3-floor structure. You can't go close up, otherwise you have to buy a ticket. So clicking a photo from a distance.
They were used to making the statues for the king, for the gods, make some of the jars and put inside the tombs. So now just wait to see how the people used to making alabaster, because there is, of course, you have different between the stone, alabaster, marble, something.
So this is some kind of store where we're going to see how the alabaster is used or made. I don't know what. What's owl?
Thank you. My name is Shahrukh Khan.
Huh?
I'll be your guide to give you idea about how we make alabaster, basalt, and limestone. Alabaster is 3 colors. Come from mountain by donkey camel. Why?
Abrak.
Abrak.
Alabaster abrak.
Fabric.
Abrak.
Abrak. White, brown,
Brown.
green. Alabaster comes from mountain by donkey camel. Big one on camel, small on donkey. This is handmade. Sundar vase, 5 days for candle lamp. You give. The different machine heavy, takes 2 hours. Yes. To make a beautiful vase like this handmade, artists bring the vase to slowly to make a big vase, small vase, in different forms. Number two, we wrap linen and glue all around the piece to protect it because we're going to empty the inside using the hand drill, changing the chisel from small size to big size. Shaka. Shukriya. After we finish, make it smooth. So this is what it looks like in the end for candle tea light lamp. Look here.
Wow.
Hello. India, you say good wow, good discount, okay? Look here.
Wow.
5% discount tomorrow.
Tomorrow, no.
That's the difference between hand and machine. We'll come tomorrow. Yes. Have you been to Kings Valley, Queens Valley Hatshepsut?
Not yet. The Kings Valley.
Because people still sing like this. Hello, hello, do you want to buy real bazaar? This is fake. It's invented to shoe polish. And they say $100.
Too much.
50 English.
Too much. So much.
Original bazaar. This is one of the good weapons for women to hit their husbands. This way, please. This way.
That was a nice one.
Ow. Ow. Hello. Egyptian Picasso, which is responsible for making what we call the drawing on the wall of the tombs between hunting, mummification, offering gift, using the hammer and then with the screwdrivers. Okay? When it comes to the limestone, we color the piece out and then we add water to the piece to show it's waterproof in case it rains or snows in India. So you don't have to be worried about your piece getting wet. Because we discovered the real secret of 3,000 years ago, how they kept their tombs and temples holding up until now. Okay? This is all about what we have here. Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Shukriya, artist.
Shukran.
Hello. Excuse me. 2 more minutes and then I'm going to let you free. Those are the 3 colors of alabaster we spoke about outside. White, brown, green, big size, small size. Different forms, belongs to different king and queen. Tea light experiment as a candle. Okay? The scarab or the beetle, symbol of luck, love, happiness, and new dreams comes true. Over here, please, this way, India. Come closer, please. Ladies and gentlemen, closer over here, please. Hello. Ow. 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 Okay. This is the phosphorus or the moonstone which glows in the dark. Wow. Happy birthday. So, shukriya, enjoy your time. Whatever you like to choose, you can put your piece. Oh no, I'm not finished yet.
This area. So this many generation, maybe this one he was a grandson of the worker who used to work on the tomb of Tutankhamun. So these people from a long time, they used to work in the same work like it. So now became like professional people, they can make something so fast. I mean, if one piece of the statue takes normal 1 month, because he used to make it when the young, they teach them when the 5 or 6 years how to make the statue. So now he just make for one statue maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, because now they became professional to making the statue by hand. You saw how they make everything by hand, because in ancient time they have machine like nowadays. Anyway, now we are going to, again I told you, for all the building here to the right side, you can see the tombs of the workers, for the noble people cut in the mountain, but not big like the valley of the king. You know what that means?
These are all the tombs of the workers. They used to get these kind of small
Again, on top
tombs.
of all, if you look here to the left side, you can see some remains of some of the temples. That all this temple it was private temple for the Egyptian kings. Because in ancient time, each king should have one temple for him, like private temple for him. So you can see some remains of the rooms, how it looks like made of mud brick. That one to the left side here. But to the right side, this is a private ticket because it is Luxor City. It's a big city, not big city about the area, but too many sightseeing here in Luxor City. Some people like the history, especially the French people, German people. When they come to Luxor City, some people stay 4 nights, 5 nights. Really, they don't see everything. So these people, the French and the German, when they come to Egypt, really, they're coming here to see the tombs of the worker. This is the reason now we have like the private ticket for the tombs of the worker. For the Valley of the Queens, we have also private ticket. Like if some people like to see this temple. Now the temple is not good condition, but some people like to see maybe some remains, see some statues for the king, for example. So the reason you can stay 4 or 5 days if you like to see everything. The Valley of the Kings, by the way, do not go to Valley of the Kings. You have to take the right side to go to Valley of the Queens. And the most famous
Okay, this
queen
is almost very
buried here in the Valley of the Queens, the Queen Nefertari, the wife of the King
Nefertari
Ramses
is
II.
buried in the Valley of the
Nefertari. And it is so beautiful tomb. About the color, about the painting, really amazing tomb. So they make the private ticket for this tomb. How much it costs? Only for the tomb of Nefertari, about 3,000 Egyptian pounds.
Oh my god.
Just only for the Queen Nefertari tomb. Again, I told you before in the morning, when you saw these two statues, we call the Memnon or the massive colossal statue of the King Amenhotep III. Because in ancient time, about 3,000 years ago, we should have a temple here. But now the temple destroyed, except only these two statues for the King Amenhotep III. That one, the two statues. In the morning, we stop here and take photo for that two statue, Memnon statue. But you know, Memnon is not Egyptian name because Egyptian name we call Amenhotep. But one called Memnon. Okay, this one,
This is the Egyptian bread.
that one, because this one he's saying the Egyptian bread Dhruti, how it looks like.
Egyptian roti.
Khubz, yes, we call the khubz.
Hummus.
Khubz.
Hummus.
Khubz. Egyptian like to drink the juice of sugar cane. It's like the national drink for us, sugar cane juice. It's not expensive, but I told you for Egyptian like to drink sugar cane as a sugar cane. We never put lemon or ginger, just on a sugar cane. So the people in the south and the north of Egypt like to drink sugar cane. And the sugar cane should be fresh. When you go to drink sugar cane, never drink sugar cane. Just say make it in front of you in the machine by hand. Sometimes we have electric machine nowadays. Sugar cane. And
This is a sugar cane
we
farm.
import sugar from outside. I mean, 1 spoon here from this sugar cane equals 3 spoons from import sugar really. So this is so sweet sugar really. But really it's not enough for us, the sugar, so this is the reason we import sugar from outside. Because I told you have for us, I mean, too many, but not enough for all the Egyptian people. I told you only 60% of the area of Egypt only green or garden area. So we have agriculture, but in some of the items like sugar, really before really about 10 years ago it was enough, but nowadays our sugar is not enough for us. But the fruits, the new kingdom from 18th dynasty. But you know, really, she was so smart. Queen. Again, they continue to the right side. This is the grasses here. It's called alpha, by the way, for the animals. This all the grasses here to the right side. Just using only for the animal. We have some wheat over there also on sugarcane. Hatshepsut really, she was so smart, the queen. And she's pure Egyptian, because if you remember I told you before, the Queen Cleopatra, she's not Egyptian. Okay, she was the queen of Egypt, but parents are Greek. But Hatshepsut, the parents and the grandparents are Egyptian, pure Egyptian. But Hatshepsut really, when she's so smart, because when her husband, because the husband, his name Thutmose II, so the father, his name Thutmose I, and the husband Thutmose II, because you know in ancient time you can marry sister, brother, no problem. So Hatshepsut, she married her brother Thutmose II, and from Thutmose II, he had only one daughter, no sons. So her brother or the husband Thutmose II, he married the second wife, another wife, and from another wife he had a son, his name Thutmose III. So again, Hatshepsut, she's the daughter of Tutmosis the first, the wife and sister of Tutmosis II, and son-in-law because he married his sister Tutmosis. But really, when the husband of the queen Hatshepsut, the king Tutmosis II, when he was died, maybe was killed, his son, he was young, he was 2 years, Tutmosis III. So how he can be the king? He was so young, only 2 years. So Hatshepsut, this lady of the queen, announced should be something like the co-regent or regency for him. I mean, she said, I will care about this his young boy, Tutmosis, until he grew up. And I will make like big control everything until he grew up. But really, after 2 years, we don't know anything about this young boy, Tutmosis II. So, third, sorry. Some people say maybe Hatshepsut put in the prison, maybe he's escaped from Egypt. We don't know anything about him. But after the death of the Queen Hatshepsut, Tutmosis III came back and he became the king. But okay, Hatshepsut announced she helped this young boy be co-regent with him until he grew up. But she know that Egyptian people never accept a woman to be the king. She's a woman, she's a lady, how she can be our king? So the high priest in this time, his name Semmut, he loves the Queen Hatshepsut. He loves her so much really. He decided to help her. He told her, we announce for the people, you are not the daughter of the king, you are the daughter of the god. She said, how come I am daughter of the god? I am the daughter of my father. The high priest told it, don't worry, because in this time people trust and believe in the high priest. I mean, if the high priest says something, people follow him. So the high priest told the people, announce, one day the god, his name Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra is the sun god, by the way. He's the supreme god, the super god in ancient time, Amun-Ra, the sun god. They said the god Amun-Ra, the sun god, he came from ancient time and spent one night with the mother of the queen Hatshepsut because he loved her so much, her mother. But because the god he know, the mother of Hatshepsut loved her husband, so the god came in the shape of her husband to spend one night with the mother of the queen Hatshepsut. And after the god spent one night with the mother of the queen Hatshepsut, because he loved her, he told her, I will tell you the truth, I am not your husband, I am the god. But because I love you, I came in the shape of your husband. And he told her also, because I love you, now you are pregnant. My daughter inside your stomach. I mean, Hatshepsut, after this story, she's the daughter of the sun god Amun-Ra. When the high priest announced this story and said she's true, she's the daughter of the god, and Amun-Ra, he came to vision or dream to me and they told me she's my daughter. So people, they are forced or they have to believe in that. So people after this story accept this woman or the lady or the queen Hatshepsut to be the king of Egypt. Because they said it's big honor for us now. The daughter of the god should be the king of Egypt. And after now this one, we call this story is called the Holy Birth, how she was born. She became the daughter of the god Amun-Ra and she became also the king of Egypt. So really, but all the statue for her like the king, not the queen. Again, this is the river Nile. Now we cross the Nile by the bridge. In the morning we take the motorboat to come here, but now we take this, you can see the bridge here. And some of the ships here, the cruises, will go afternoon to Aswan, to the right side here. So remember yesterday we came from the right side to the left side. We came from Aswan to Luxor. So the same cruise like today, we take another people and we will go from Luxor city to Aswan city. The same sightseeing really, but different direction really. And the tombs our graves in the west with the sunset. Because I told you before, they believe in the sunset time, the spirit will go to the sun to afterlife. This is the reason why all the tombs, graves in the west, not in the east. Here, in the east only just palaces, houses, the temples for the people go to pray in the light, not in the this. It's again one of the canal from the night, that one. This is not the river Nile, just only the canal using for irrigation here, that one here to the right side. Also, sometimes people ask me where the palaces or where the houses of the people. All the time we came to Egypt and to Luxor and Aswan, you saw only temple, temple, temple. So where the people used to stay, where the people used to live. You ask me, do you want to see one of the house of the king, one of the palace of the people? So, I told you because Egyptians believe in afterlife. The afterlife, the most important thing for them, so they don't care about the life too much. They don't care to make the houses made of the stone. Just care to make the house made out of mud brick. They make the temples, the tombs of limestone granite because it stay a long time. But because I thought for the life for them is not important, they make the houses made out of mud brick. So you can see some of the young kids get the sugar free, just get some of the sugar to eating. Yeah, they can see in the car. But yeah, it's normal really when, especially in the village here, some boys, some kids like to get some of the sugar cane. So again, we don't find the houses or the palaces because everything in this time it was made out of mud brick. And you know, in ancient time we have a flood season. So in the time of the flood season, destroyed the houses and the palaces of the king. This is the reason no palaces, no houses for the people, just only the temples because made out of the limestone.